Yo, hold up. If you thought hip-hop was just chillin' waiting for the next big drop, think again, because GNX just flipped the entire game on its head. And trust me, Kendrick's next move. It's straight up insane. Fans are shooketh, drama is boiling over, and the streets are buzzing like never before. Picture this. 1 minute. GNX is the underdog nobody's really taking seriously, and the next. They're rewriting the whole rulebook, dragging legends into a firestorm of conflict that no one saw coming. Kendrick? Yeah, he's caught right in the middle of a whirlwind that's got even his closest allies questioning their loyalty. Rumors are flying, emotions are running wild. And alliances that seemed unbreakable are starting to crumble fast. But here's the kicker. It's not just music at stake. We're talking family drama, betrayal, and accusations so explosive they could tear the culture apart. You'll hear about secret meetings behind closed doors, heated phone calls that ended friendships, and whispers of a plan so shocking that it could change hip-hop forever. And just when you think it's about to settle, bam! Another twist drops, making the whole story even messier and juicier. What does Kendrick have up his sleeve? Is GNX about to become the villain or the hero? And how far are these legends willing to go when everything they've built is on the line? So buckle up, because this isn't just news. It's a wild roller coaster of real, raw, and straight-up scandalous drama that you won't want to miss. Stay tuned, because we're about to break it all down, and trust me, you want to hear every single detail before the internet explodes? So here's where things start getting wild. It all began when GNX dropped a surprise track out of nowhere, a diss record, aimed straight at the so-called untouchables of the hip-hop world. Now, you'd think that was just another round of rap beef, right? Nah, this one was different. It wasn't just about bars or clout. It was personal. And it caught Kendrick completely off guard. Sources close to the situation say Kendrick and GNX had been running in the same circles, even sharing mutual respect behind the scenes. But apparently, GNX felt sidelined, ignored by the industry bigwigs and their old guard favorites. The track was like a grenade thrown into a room full of sleeping giants, and it exploded on impact. Fans were shook. Social media blew up overnight. Some people started calling Ging the new voice of the streets, fearless, raw, and brutally honest. Others saw it as reckless disrespect, a dangerous challenge to legends who built the game. And in the middle of it all, Kendrick, who had stayed quiet for weeks, suddenly found himself dragged into the spotlight like never before. But what nobody expected was how Kendrick's camp reacted behind the scenes. Instead of shutting it down or ignoring it, Kendrick's team went on full defense mode. But here's where it gets juicy. They didn't just respond with music. Oh no, there were heated phone calls, text messages that leaked, and even face-to-face confrontations. The family Kendrick's built around himself was suddenly divided. Imagine this. A late-night phone call where Kendrick and his longtime producer get into a screaming match about whether they should address GNX publicly or handle it privately. One side argued, "We don't want to give them the spotlight," while the other pushed back. "If we stay silent, it looks like we're weak." Emotions ran high. Tempers flared. The tension was real, and it wasn't just Kendrick's immediate circle feeling the pressure. Close friends, collaborators, even family members were dragged into the drama. One insider revealed that Kendrick's cousin, who's also a rapper, posted some cryptic messages on Instagram stories. Things like "real recognizes real" and "some snakes gotta be exposed." Fans immediately linked it to GNX, and it only added fuel to the fire. Meanwhile, GNX wasn't backing down either. In fact, their response was more aggressive than anyone predicted. A public statement went out calling Kendrick's team out of touch, accusing them of gatekeeping the culture and silencing new voices. They even hinted at having receipts that would shake the foundation of hip-hop released. That's when the rumor mill really started spinning. Whispers about secret recordings, leaked conversations, and even financial disputes began to surface. Was GNX threatening to expose Kendrick's team? Were there skeletons in the closet nobody knew about? And what about the mysterious third party? Some insiders kept mentioning a figure, supposedly pulling strings behind the scenes to escalate the feud. Things reached a boiling point when GNX dropped another track, this time a direct call-out to Kendrick himself. The lyrics were sharp, personal, and downright savage. Fans were divided. Some praised Gang for their courage and lyrical skill, while others accused them of crossing a line. Kendrick's name was all over the internet, trending for days straight. Then came the unexpected Kendrick's reaction. Instead of responding with another track, he did something nobody saw coming. He released a cryptic video on social media, a silent but powerful message. The video showed him walking through empty streets at night, the city lights flickering, his face serious, almost haunted. It was like he was signaling something bigger was coming. This move sent fans into a frenzy of speculation. Was Kendrick planning a comeback? Was he about to drop a project addressing GNX and the ongoing drama? Or was this a sign of something deeper? A hint at personal struggles beneath the surface? Emotions ran high everywhere. Some called it a masterpiece of subtlety, others a confusing tease. Meanwhile, the family Kendrick had built around himself was more fractured than ever. Reports emerged of old friends and collaborators picking sides, private disputes turning public, and trust breaking down. One close source said, "It feels like the Kendrick we knew is disappearing. The pressure is tearing him apart." And just when it seemed like the feud was the biggest problem, a new layer was added. Allegations of betrayal within Kendrick's own camp. Rumors swirled that someone close to him was feeding information to GNX, leaking private conversations and plans. The family was left divided, trust shattered, and paranoia creeping in. Imagine the scenes: secret meetings in dimly lit rooms, tense phone calls cut off abruptly, and text messages deleted before anyone could see. Kendrick's team was desperate to find them all, but no one knew who to trust anymore. It was a powder keg waiting to blow. Then came the social media meltdown. Kendrick's fans and GNX's supporters clashed online, turning comment sections into battlegrounds. Memes, hashtags, and conspiracy theories ran wild. The culture itself felt split in two, with loyalty lines drawn sharper than ever before. Amid all this chaos, a surprising twist dropped. An anonymous insider leaked audio of a heated argument between Kendrick and one of his closest friends, someone fans thought was loyal for life. In the recording, voices raised, accusations flying, and heartbreak bleeding through every word. It was a raw glimpse into the emotional toll this drama was taking. Kendrick's friend accused him of shutting people out, letting the fame get to his head, and ignoring warnings about Gang's rise. Kendrick fired back, saying he felt betrayed and misunderstood, caught between protecting his legacy and staying true to himself. The argument ended abruptly with a door slamming, leaving fans reeling. Then, in another curveball, GNX suddenly dropped a mixtape dedicated entirely to this feud, with skits, voice notes, and references that only insiders could decode. It was like they were writing the soundtrack to a real-life soap opera. The streets loved it. Critics called it bold and raw, but some said it was reckless and fueled unnecessary drama. This mixtape wasn't just music. It was a statement. It painted GNX as the underdog fighting against an industry that's become corrupt and outdated. It called out fake friends, shady deals, and the price of staying real in a game full of fakes. Every track had fans dissecting lyrics, searching for clues about what really went down behind the scenes. And through it all, Kendrick stayed mostly silent until an explosive moment that shocked everyone. During a surprise pop-up show, Kendrick invited GNX on stage. The crowd went crazy. Was this a truce? A showdown? No one knew what to expect. The tension was thick. They stood face to face, eyes locked. Kendrick broke the silence with a line nobody saw coming. "This ain't about beef, it's about the future." Gang nodded, replying, "Then let's build it right. No more lies." Fans lost it. Some cheered, others were skeptical. Was this the start of a piece, or just another chapter in the drama? Emotions ran wild as everyone waited for the next move. But behind the scenes, the story was far from over. Sources say the truce was fragile at best, with both sides still suspicious and guarded. The family drama continued, trust was still broken, and whispers of a major fallout loomed on the horizon. And that's just the start of what's been called the most intense and complicated saga hip-hop has seen in years. Gang just changed the game forever, and Kendrick's next move, well, it's about to get even crazier. Right after that explosive onstage moment, fans were left on the edge of their seats, wondering if this was the beginning of healing or just another setup for more chaos. But behind the glitz and the crowd's cheers, the tension was still simmering dangerously close to a boil. Sources close to both camps say the piece was more like a ceasefire, fragile, shaky, and riddled with distrust. Weeks after the pop-up show, whispers started spreading that Kendrick and GNX were actually meeting privately, trying to work out some kind of deal or collaboration. But then, just as quickly as those rumors surfaced, leaks began to drop. Confidential conversations leaked online hinted at betrayals from unexpected places, throwing a wrench into any chance of peace. One particular leak shocked the culture. A voicemail from Kendrick's manager, clearly frustrated and angry, accusing one of Kendrick's closest friends of double-crossing him by feeding information to Gang's camp. The voicemail was raw, unfiltered, and revealed cracks in Kendrick's trusted circle that no one expected. Emotions ran high when fans heard it, many expressing disbelief that Kendrick's inner circle wasn't as tight as it seemed. This was the beginning of a dark spiral. Kendrick's camp started to unravel, with old friends turning cold and collaborators stepping away, not wanting to get caught in the crossfire. One close associate revealed that Kendrick was deeply hurt, but trying to stay focused on his music. But the pressure was crushing, and the lines between business and personal were blurring dangerously. Meanwhile, GNX wasn't just sitting back either. Their star was rising fast. But with that came a new set of problems. As more people jumped on their bandwagon, not everyone was happy with how quickly GNX was shaking the foundation of the industry. Rumors emerged about backdoor deals, jealous rivals trying to sabotage them, and even threats from some powerful figures who felt disrespected by Gang's boldness. Amid all this chaos, Kendrick made an unexpected public statement, not about GNX or the feud, but about family, loyalty, and trust. In a heartfelt interview, he spoke about the pain of betrayal, the cost of fame, and the challenge of staying true when surrounded by snakes. The interview was widely praised for its honesty, but also raised questions. Was Kendrick hinting at the mole in his camp? Was this a cry for help? Then came a shocking revelation. Kendrick's cousin, the one who posted those cryptic messages earlier, was revealed to have secretly been working with GNX. This revelation sent shockwaves through the fanbase and added a whole new layer of betrayal to the saga. Kendrick was reportedly blindsided, and sources say this fractured the family even further. Family dinners turned cold. Friendships ended overnight, and social media became a war zone. Kendrick's cousin didn't deny the allegations. Instead, they posted a series of fiery videos defending their decision, saying it was about truth, loyalty to the culture, and standing up to fake legends. The family was left divided, with no clear path to reconciliation. As if that wasn't enough, a mysterious new player entered the scene, a former industry insider turned whistleblower who claimed to have dirt on both Kendrick and GNX in a series of viral videos. This figure hinted at secret financial dealings, manipulation of charts, and staged feuds designed to boost streams and influence. The authenticity of these claims divided fans, but the drama only escalated. This whistleblower's allegations sparked heated debates. Was the feud real or just another manufactured storyline to keep the spotlight shining? Some fans felt betrayed, accusing the industry of playing them like puppets. Others believed the whistleblower was just trying to stir the pot for personal gain. Emotions ran wild as conspiracy theories spread like wildfire. Amid the chaos, Kendrick surprised everyone again by dropping a new single, a raw, emotional track that seemed to address everything going on. The lyrics were filled with pain, anger, and a deep sense of loss. Fans and critics alike dissected every line, looking for clues about who he was really talking about. Some believed it was a direct message to GNX. Others thought it was a reflection on his broken relationships. The single quickly climbed the charts. But instead of calming the waters, it stirred up even more controversy. During a live performance, Kendrick made a pointed gesture toward the crowd when performing a specific verse. And the internet exploded with theories about who he was targeting. Fan groups split into factions, each debating the true meaning behind his actions. Then came another bombshell. Kendrick's longtime producer, who had stayed mostly silent throughout the drama, suddenly broke their silence in a rare interview. They hinted at a secret plan Kendrick had been working on something that could change the game and silence the noise once and for all. The producer refused to give details, but promised fans that the wait would be worth it. Fans went wild speculating. Was Kendrick about to drop an album addressing all the drama? Was there a major collaboration in the works? Or was this a hint at a bigger move? Maybe something outside of music entirely? The suspense built to a fever pitch, with every rumor spreading faster than wildfire, just when it seemed like the feud couldn't get any more complicated. An unexpected reconciliation moment happened. Kendrick's cousin and GNX appeared together in a surprise video, talking openly about the drama, their differences, and the toll it had taken on their families and careers. The video was emotional, filled with apologies and calls for unity, but also frank admissions about lingering resentment. This video divided the community again. Some praised the courage it took to speak out and try to heal wounds. Others accused them of playing the media for attention and questioned whether the reconciliation was genuine or just another chapter in a long, complicated saga. Emotions ran high across all corners of the culture. In the middle of all this, social media played a massive role. Every tweet, Instagram story, and TikTok video was scrutinized for hidden messages. Memes flooded the internet, turning the feud into a cultural phenomenon far beyond just music. Even celebrities outside hip-hop weighed in, taking sides and adding their voices to the conversation. But the real drama was happening behind closed doors. Kendrick's camp was reportedly working around the clock to figure out their next move. They knew the stakes were higher than ever. This wasn't just about music or fame anymore. It was about legacy, respect, and survival in a culture that was evolving faster than anyone expected. And GNX, they were not backing down. Insiders say they've been building a network of allies, strengthening their influence in ways that would shock even the most dedicated fans. From surprise features to secret partnerships, GNX was playing a long game. And every move was calculated to shift power in their favor. There were even whispers of legal battles brewing. Contracts, ownership rights, and allegations of intellectual property theft started making rounds in legal circles. This feud was turning from lyrical bars to courtroom drama, and no one knew who would come out on top amid the mounting pressure. Kendrick made a rare public appearance at a charity event, where he spoke cryptically about forgiveness, growth, and the power of music to heal. The speech was widely seen as a message to GNX and the fans, signaling a desire to move forward, but the tension was far from over. The culture was holding its breath, waiting for Kendrick's next big move. Would he drop that mysterious project the producer hinted at? Would he finally confront GNX head-on? Or was there something even bigger in the works that no one saw coming? One thing was clear. GNX just changed hip-hop forever. They shook the foundations, challenged the legends, and ignited a firestorm of drama, loyalty, and betrayal that would echo for years. And Kendrick, his next move wasn't just important, it was insane. The question everyone was asking, was he ready to change the game again? Or was this the beginning of the end? And just when you think you've heard it all, trust me, the story is about to get even crazier. Right after that public charity appearance, the tension in hip-hop felt like it was about to snap. Kendrick's cryptic message left fans hungry for clarity. But GNX was doubling down, dropping hints of their next big move that had everyone talking. It was like watching a high-stakes chess game where every piece could change the whole board. And no one knew who'd checkmate first. And no one knew who'd checkmate first. Rumors started swirling about an upcoming joint project between GNX and a mysterious new artist, someone rumored to have ties to Kendrick's past. Whispers said this artist held secrets that could expose decades of hidden industry drama. And if the rumors were true, this collab could either unite the camps or blow everything sky-high at the same time. Kendrick's inner circle was reportedly tightening security. Insiders spoke of secret sessions, late-night studio meetings, and a circle of trusted collaborators working day and night to craft something groundbreaking. Emotions were running high. Some said Kendrick was desperate to reclaim control over the narrative and silence the noise once and for all. Meanwhile, the family drama escalated. Kendrick's cousin, already at the center of the storm, allegedly recorded a candid interview with a popular hip-hop podcast, where they revealed new details about the feud's origins. According to the cousin, the conflict wasn't just about music or respect, it was tied to long-standing grievances, old wounds, and unresolved betrayals dating back years. It's deeper than the music, the cousin said. It's about who's really got your back when the lights go off. It's about family, loyalty, and the cost of fame. This admission sent shockwaves through the community, and fans began re-examining past events and public statements with fresh eyes, trying to piece together the real story. At the same time, fans started noticing something strange on social media. Subtle exchanges between Kendrick and GNX, cryptic posts, shared lyrics, and moments of what looked like respect buried beneath the drama. Some thought it was a sign that both sides were playing a deeper game, and the public feud was only part of the story. Then came a jaw-dropping moment that no one saw coming. Kendrick unexpectedly showed up at a private listening party for GNX's latest project. Cameras were off, and only a handful of insiders were there, but word leaked fast. Kendrick's presence at the event was interpreted in multiple ways. Some saw it as a peace offering, others as a power move. Inside sources say the atmosphere was electric but tense. At one point, Kendrick and GNX had a private conversation that lasted for nearly an hour. What they said remains a mystery, but those close to the situation say it was intense, emotional, and game-changing. Fans speculated endlessly, with every rumor more wild than the last. Just when the public thought things might be cooling down, Kendrick released a surprise visual album, a cinematic masterpiece filled with cryptic symbolism, references to betrayal, loyalty, and the struggle for identity. The visuals sparked endless debate, with some calling it a masterpiece and others accusing him of stirring the pot even more. One scene, in particular, caught fire. Kendrick walking alone through a burning city, surrounded by shadows, whispering secrets. Fans and critics alike debated whether this was a direct nod to GNX or a broader commentary on the industry's state. The emotional weight was undeniable, and social media exploded with interpretations. Amid this artistic storm, GNX wasn't idle. They hit back with a documentary-style miniseries released on YouTube, offering their side of the story. It included interviews, behind-the-scenes footage, and never-before-seen moments with Kendrick's inner circle. The series painted GNX as the voice of the unheard, fighting against an establishment that tried to silence them. The miniseries didn't just fire up the fans, it raised serious questions about the music industry's gatekeepers, power dynamics, and the cost of fame. The revelations about contracts, promotional strategies, and hidden alliances sent shockwaves through the culture, leaving everyone wondering what else was being kept in the shadows. At this point, even celebrities outside the music world got involved, weighing in on social media and fueling the fire. Late-night hosts joked about the feud, actors picked sides, and influencers turned it into the hottest topic online. It was no longer just a rap story. It was a cultural phenomenon. But beneath all the public spectacle, the personal stakes kept climbing. Kendrick was reportedly struggling with the emotional toll. Close friends said he was haunted by the past but determined to rise above. There were whispers of therapy sessions, spiritual retreats, and even talks of stepping back from music for a while to regain his peace. GNX on the other hand, was riding the momentum but facing their own battles. As their fame grew, so did the pressure, threats, betrayal, accusations within their camp, and the weight of representing an entire generation hungry for change. Some insiders said Gang's leader was carrying a burden no one sees, and was grappling with whether the fight was worth the cost. Then another shocking twist came to light. An anonymous source leaked texts suggesting that Kendrick and GNX were secretly collaborating on a project behind the scenes. A move meant to unify their voices and change the narrative forever. Fans were stunned. Was this a brilliant masterstroke or a betrayal of everything that fueled the drama? The leak included messages filled with respect, plans for a joint album, and hints at addressing the feud through art rather than conflict. Let's flip the script. One message read: "Make history, not enemies." The messages sparked hope, but also deep suspicion. Was this real or just another stunt? While the public debated, the family drama reached a new peak. Kendrick's cousin, once again, dropped a bombshell interview revealing that part of the feud's roots is tied to a personal family dispute that had been festering for years. It wasn't just business, they said. It was betrayal at home, and the music just exposed the cracks. This admission shifted the entire narrative, revealing that the drama wasn't just about two artists clashing, but a tangled web of family, loyalty, and unresolved pain. Fans started to understand the feud wasn't black and white, but layered with emotional complexity few had seen before. Meanwhile, Kendrick's longtime producer confirmed rumors of an upcoming project that would change the way we think about hip-hop and its future. The producer said the album would be a healing journey, a confrontation and a revolution all at once. Anticipation hit a fever pitch, with fans speculating about features, themes, and possible collaborations, including GNX. And as the drama reached this boiling point, something unexpected happened. Kendrick's publicist confirmed that Kendrick would be hosting a secret listening event, invite-only, rumored to be the most important moment in his career. Fans scrambled for invites. Influencers buzzed about the exclusive gathering, and the internet was ablaze with speculation. Was this the moment Kendrick would finally reveal his next move? Would he announce a truce, drop new music addressing the feud, or shock the world with a surprise collaboration? The culture was holding its breath, waiting for the curtain to rise. But just as the excitement built, whispers of a new threat surfaced. An old rival, allegedly looking to exploit the drama and claim their own piece of the spotlight. This rival was reportedly stirring the pot behind the scenes, fanning the flames and threatening to turn the feud into something even darker and more dangerous. Friends and insiders warned Kendrick and GNX to be careful, saying the situation was fragile and could spiral out of control. But both camps seemed ready to face whatever came next, knowing the stakes were higher than ever before. And so the story continues, a tangled saga of betrayal, loyalty, art, and power that has gripped the culture and changed hip-hop forever. Kendrick's next move isn't just anticipated, it's legendary in the making. Will it bring peace, chaos, or something no one could have imagined? Only time will tell. Right after the secret listening event invite leaked, the entire hip-hop world exploded. Fans, journalists, and insiders all scrambled to guess what Kendrick was about to drop. Would it be a peace anthem, a fiery diss, or an earth-shattering collaboration with GNX? The air was thick with anticipation and speculation. The event itself was shrouded in mystery. Held in an undisclosed location, only a select few were invited. Close collaborators, family members, and industry heavyweights. Whispers say the vibe was electric but tense, as everyone sensed they were witnessing a pivotal moment in music history. Kendrick arrived quietly, his expression unreadable, eyes scanning the crowd like a man carrying the weight of the world. Gang was there too, but they avoided each other at first, exchanging curt nods instead of smiles. The room was filled with a mix of excitement, anxiety, and unresolved tension. As the listening began, Kendrick played a series of new tracks that told a deeply personal story, a narrative of betrayal, pain, resilience, and ultimately, hope. The lyrics were raw and unfiltered, addressing everything from family wounds to industry battles. Some songs hinted at forgiveness, others at revenge, and a few at a new beginning. Fans who later got snippets described Kendrick's voice as haunted yet powerful, as if he was channeling all the chaos and turning it into art. The tracks featured haunting beats, layered with sounds that reflected his emotional journey, whispers, distant voices. Even snippets of past conversations leaked during the feud. Then came the surprise moment. GNX joined Kendrick on stage for a live performance of a brand new collab track. The energy in the room shifted instantly. No longer rivals, they moved as one, their voices intertwining in a powerful anthem about struggle, unity, and reclaiming their stories. The song was an emotional roller coaster, with raw honesty and undeniable chemistry. After the performance, Kendrick addressed the crowd directly, saying, "This isn't just music, it's our truth. We're breaking cycles, healing wounds, and building bridges where there were walls. The future of hip-hop isn't about fighting each other, it's about lifting each other up." The statement sent shockwaves, signaling a new era. But just as the crowd started to celebrate, a sudden blackout plunged the venue into darkness. Screams and confusion erupted, and security rushed to control the chaos. When the lights flickered back on, a shocking scene awaited. A masked figure had taken the stage and thrown down a shocking accusation that both Kendrick and GNX were pawns in a bigger game controlled by industry elites. The masked figure claimed to have evidence of a vast conspiracy designed to manufacture feuds and manipulate artists for profit. They threatened to release damning proof if the truth wasn't acknowledged. The crowd was stunned into silence, unsure whether to believe this new voice or dismiss it as a stunt. The fallout was immediate. Social media exploded with debates, theories, and calls for transparency. Fans felt betrayed but also hungry for answers. Kendrick and GNX were suddenly united by a common enemy, the shadowy forces pulling strings behind the scenes. In the days following, Kendrick and GNX released a joint statement promising to expose the truth and fight for artistic freedom. They announced plans for a documentary revealing their experiences, the real story behind their feud, and the industry's hidden agendas. This move ignited hope and excitement, promising a deeper dive into the drama. However, the family drama remained unresolved. Kendrick's cousin publicly challenged the newfound alliance, accusing Kendrick of selling out and abandoning the fight. "Loyalty means everything," they said, "and sometimes the hardest battles are with those closest to us." This reignited old tensions and reminded everyone the story was far from over. On top of that, Kendrick's longtime producer dropped a cryptic message hinting at an even bigger project in the works. Something that could redefine not just hip-hop, but music as a whole. "This is just the beginning," they said. "Brace yourselves for the revolution." Meanwhile, the masked figure from the listening event remained at large. Their identity, a mystery that fueled endless speculation. Some believed it was a disgruntled former insider. Others thought it might be a new artist trying to make a name, or even a clever marketing ploy. As all this unfolded, Kendrick's fan base remained fiercely loyal but anxious, craving clarity and resolution. Gang supporters rallied harder than ever, seeing their star as a symbol of change and resistance. The lines between rivalry and solidarity blurred in the most unexpected ways. Amid the chaos, one thing was crystal clear. Hip-hop had been forever changed. The drama exposed raw truths, fractured families, and unveiled hidden powers. It challenged idols and gave voice to the unheard. And at the center of it all, Kendrick and GNX stood poised to lead the culture into a new, uncertain era. So, what's next? Will Kendrick and Gang's alliance hold? Or will old wounds tear them apart again? Who is the masked figure, and what secrets do they hold? Can hip-hop survive the weight of its own drama and emerge stronger? The answers are out there, waiting to be uncovered. And you, yes, you are part of this story. The culture, the drama, and the future of hip-hop depend on the voices of fans, critics, and creators like you. So stay tuned, stay sharp, and get ready. Because the next chapter is about to blow up in ways nobody expected. So there you have it, the jaw-dropping saga that's been shaking the foundations of hip-hop. With GNX stepping onto the scene and flipping everything upside down, and Kendrick's next move promising to be nothing short of insane. The drama, the family betrayals, the secret alliances, and the shocking revelations have all made this one of the most intense stories we've ever seen in music culture. But here's the thing, this story is far from over. With new players entering the game, mysterious masked figures stirring up conspiracies, and both camps gearing up for what could be a historic collaboration or a devastating showdown. We're all just waiting to see how it plays out. Will this be the moment hip-hop unites and heals, or will the feud spiral into something even bigger? Only time will tell. Now it's your turn. What do you think about all this? Is Kendrick ready to change the game again? Or is this the beginning of a new era, dominated by GNX? Do you believe the conspiracy theories? Or is it all just a cleverly staged drama to keep us hooked? And most importantly, where do you stand in this whirlwind of loyalty, betrayal, and power? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear your take on this epic saga. Don't forget to like this video if you're feeling the heat of this story. And subscribe to stay locked in for every new update and wild twist. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a moment of the drama unfolding in real time. This is more than just entertainment. It's the future of hip-hop. And you're a part of it. Stay tuned, stay woke, and as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video, where the story continues to get even crazier.